Hi, I'm Christina, and this is New Ways Podcast. Today, my guests are the founders of Flourish, Nadine and Christina Delgado. Thank you for being here with me.
Yeah, thank you for having us. So excited to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you guys. And just so we give her a shout out, there's another lovely lady who founded Flourish with you guys, right?
Yes.
Kaylani, shout out Kaylani. I wish you could have been here with us, but life gets hectic. Life gets busy.
Yes. Spirit.
Yeah,
sure.
So we're 2/3 holding it down today. Yeah. So happy to be here with you.
Amazing. So why don't we start off with, how about you explain to me and the listeners what is Flourish?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I'll take it away.
Okay. And I'll add in. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So Flourish is a group that we put together for women just to be able to come together, be in that community space to connect with each other, connect with themselves on a deeper level, and really connect with nature through mindfulness experiences, and then other big conversations that we have in between.
Definitely like a safe space for like women to come and all over, like not just like LA, or I feel like, I guess we'll get more into it, but it's just a safe space for like women in general. No men allowed.
No men allowed?
No men allowed.
None at all. Okay.
Yeah.
So how did you guys come up with this idea to start this group or movement in a way?
We were actually on a hike because me and Christina, we actually met on Bumble BFF.
Wait, did you really?
Yes.
We're a success story, Bumble
We're
BFF.
a success story.
I love
Bumble
that.
BFF.
Because I feel like sometimes the apps, they get such a bad rep, but I actually know so many people when it comes to dating or friends where they're like, we've met. And if they're not for you, they're not for you. That's fine. But you never know the diamond in the rough you're going to meet.
Yeah.
Totally.
So so it was cool. So we met on Bumble BFF. I'm from Florida. And Christina, you're from
Georgia. Atlanta.
Yeah. And, I think that us like just going on that, we did Flourish on a hike. Like we started walking, we started talking about a hike, but also like we are from different places too. So I feel like with like Flourish, it's like so important that like you just meet so many women that aren't like LA transplants. You're like, I'm a transplant, like, like
so many people out here are transplants, to be honest with you. I think I have a handful of friends who are actually like born and raised LA or even like California, not even in LA. A lot of people are from like OC or Long Beach. But okay, so you guys met on Bumble, and then when were you guys like, this is a good idea, we should start something like this?
So we went on a hike, casual girl hang, catch up hike. Yeah. And Nadine is actually an amazing little planner. She's a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. We're both actually amazing planners.
Yes, we are.
But she's always has something up her sleeve. One of my favorite things about Nadine is she'll always bring out your inner child. She always does like the fun things. Like I'm personally like, I'm not a like silly, goofy, funny, like let's go color, like paint cookies. Like I'm never going to do that really.
Yeah. Oh, really?
But she is. And so she was already putting something together for International Women's Day, already bringing women together. Yeah. I think she was thinking like a bowling thing. Yeah. And then I am a breathwork facilitator. I was just talking about events that I host, and she was inviting me to like this bowling thing. And to be honest, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not going to go, but like support you. I love this, but like, I'm not trying to go bowling, For
sure.
And then she was like, well, what if we did like something outside in a park, and like, we can build in the breath work so you can like get your practice as a facilitator, reach more people. Yeah. And that's how it happened. And so from there, Virgo meets Virgo. We just put our brains together and planned the event along with Kaylani, within like a few days. And then
it was literally a few days. It was like,
it was like literally like the week of, I think. It was very, very quick.
We planned this big, amazing.
How'd you do that quick of a turnaround?
Because we're Virgos. Just kidding. But no, actually. I think we just like, once we felt like the vibe and the energy that we wanted to have in the space, like we just put it together. I've hosted events for years. I think she's been, like I said, she does her own things. I just host
at my place, like normally
she does things
with
in
my
the community.
friends, but like,
So this was supposed to be like a bowling thing that you would just
but
wanted.
like 8 people. Like
for the girlies, just bringing the women together for something fun.
Because you have to celebrate women, like
definitely.
Like, you have to. So
and then it turned into a whole wellness event, and then that is where Flourish started. So we kind of fell into it. We were never like, we should create a group for women. Like it literally just happened on this hike, and we were lit up, and it felt like a hell yes. So we did it, and then after that first event is where we were like, okay, should we be creating a group for women?
And so much women showed up. Oh my goodness. The first, I thought like 10 maybe would have shown up. It was like maybe 30.
Really?
Yeah.
So how did you get the word out then to have that many people show up?
Christina and her event planning and stuff. Like we made commercial. Like, did we do a commercial?
We made some TikToks. Yeah. We posted some TikToks. But honestly, Partyful, Partyful's a great avenue for that. It connects throughout your network. So anyone that you're friends with through Partyful, it'll connect to their friends and kind of like web it out. Yeah. I think Partyful was like a huge help for us on getting it out.
And like just
popping up, talking
advertising,
about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Were you guys overwhelmed when you were expecting like 10 and 30 people showed up?
I don't even know. I was like happy. I was so happy.
Yeah. I think we were just like so grateful that so many people had come out. To be transparent, I was like, all right, guys, it's going to be fine if not a lot of people show up. It's fine. Nadine, I feel like from the jump, like you were like, I'm not sure if a lot of people are going to show up, but also you were like, lots of people are showing up. And I was like,
I was so surprised. Yeah. I was like, one would come in and then like people were just like coming in slowly. And I was like, oh crap, we have like 10 people and they keep coming. And then we're sitting, starting breath work. And then people are still walking in. I was like, wow, it makes you feel so good.
I do feel like that's how you know though when you have something special is when it just kind of like falls into your lap. It's not forced. It seems like it's just in alignment with who you are and what you want to bring to this world. And then you do it and everything works out so much better than you expected. And that's not to say that it doesn't come with its struggles because everything definitely does. But I feel like you kind of know when things are just working for you.
Yeah, totally. It was that day. The universe
was
like, you guys are going to share this light.
Yeah. I think the space was needed. Like not even for us. Like I think the space was needed for every single woman who showed up. So it's like, even though we didn't know what we were doing, we're just throwing it together. Like to your point, the space was there for whoever needed it. And I think that's why it worked out with ease.
And then some women are like, you know what? This was so organized. I was like, oh. Organized. I was like, okay. It was not, but.
Okay, so I'm curious too. You guys met on Bumble and like you're already a breathwork facilitator. So you're already kind of in this like wellness spiritual world. And then you are in the healthcare industry. But were you ever in like the more holistic wellness world before meeting Christina?
I would say in a way. Breathwork, like Christina brought that to me. And it's like one of the best things ever. And she's really great at what she does. And like for me, like I'm a Jamaican kid, so like we drink tea with everything. A tea will heal a broken heart, will heal the headache, will heal the menstrual cramps. Like, so I feel like yes, in a way, I just kind of grew up in a way to be like more holistic, in a way. But I never knew that there was such thing as breath work. So like,
or even communities like this though. I'm from Chicago, and one thing that I think is great moving out here is it's just like through Partiful, through word of mouth, through Instagram, through TikTok, and then it's like you find one event, you find another event. Yeah. I do feel very, very blessed where I feel like there's a plethora of different things you can go and experience, different realms of the wellness world too. Because wellness is not just like breath work or meditation or yoga. It's also like biohacking now and different types of like facilitator. It's very wide on the things that you can do. Ceremonies versus classes.
Totally.
So walk me through one of your typical events or even like when you first started versus how they are now.
Yeah. So I would say, honestly, they change. As of right now, we don't have like a typical event.
No.
We play around with themes. We play around with places in nature to give people an experience. I would say probably like, I guess what our trademark one would be one similar to the International Women's Day where we're always going to be outside. So we've done hikes, we've done, yoga. Just like different modalities, different tools out in the nature space. But I would say it's just going to be a group of women. We always weave a little breath work in there because I'm there. Yeah, you can mold it to literally any feeling you want to have, anything you want to experience. So we always do a little bit of breath work. There's always going to be a movement component, whether that is physically like, going on a hike, whether it's yoga, whether it's shaking before we're moving on the hike. There's so many different movement modalities that we'll do. Always movement, always nature.
And reflecting too. Reflecting too.
Always reflecting.
Yeah. Always like a little journal sesh or like, can we talk about like what was better today? Like what was worse? It's like, so always reflection. Cause I feel like a lot of people need to learn how to like reflect because they don't know how to.
Oh, definitely.
And I think that even myself, like it helps you open those sides that you didn't know that you had there. So,
yeah, I feel like it also helps you learn from past experiences, because the thing is you know how everyone's always like, forget the past, don't, but I'm like, there's valuable lessons in there. And if you don't reflect, how are you going to learn from it and move forward in a more like conscious way?
Yeah, for sure.
So I love that. I think that's really beautiful. What's been some of like, has there been any struggles with creating this group? Because I know some people like, I feel because most people are like, it seems intimidating to like start a group and reach out to people that you don't know. And then you're having all these people from like all walks of life and you're like, how can I best serve? And it can be a little chaotic and a little intimidating to start a group like this.
So like, look where we started. I'm like, Bumble BFF. Like that's already putting yourself like out there.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I mean, I am not like a shy person. I'm not shy. So like if I want to go make a friend, I would literally go stand next to them and be like, hey, like you're my friend, like let's hang out. Or like,
I love that.
You know, so like I never am like shy. But I don't know. What do you think?
I would say, okay, so within our group, is that what you're saying? Like opportunities, I guess, for growth within like Flourish, like our founders.
Yeah.
Like what is, I guess, like what's been your biggest growth moments? What's been things that you've tackled and you were never saw coming? Just talk me through the growth process of this.
So I think one of the biggest things that comes to mind is definitely like just communication between,
is so hard.
between us two and our third girly, Kaylani, which does trickle down into the event space, obviously, and like what we put on. So I think communication, balancing 3 women's very busy schedules. We all work. Yeah, we all work in different spaces, all with very different schedules. You know, you're a nurse working crazy hours. I'm also a restaurant server working late nights. And then Kaylani's in like the nonprofit space. So she's a little bit all over. So I think balancing that and being able to like speak on expectations for communications. Yeah,
it's like one of the biggest things.
Yeah, I think because we didn't like one day wake up and be like, we want to start this group. This is the vision. There can be a little bit of, you know, blurry lines and blurred spaces. Just trying to figure out like, okay, what does our next event look like? What's the availability? Who's free? Yeah. What do we all want? Are we all on the same page and aligned with the vision? Who's doing what? So I think figuring out who's doing what and the communication between is definitely like a thing that we are still moving through. I think that will be a challenge as we continue on. I think also like coming up with practices and experiences that also have like integrity is really important to us as well. Like it's one thing. That's one of the big things. Yeah. It's when you are, and this, I'm like very big on this. When you are in, I feel like we are in the healing space as much as it is wellness, what we're doing with the reflection, with the journaling. Like that's one thing I love is like we're bringing healing to the people. I think there are a lot of people who want to do inner work and healing and they have no clue where to start. And we're literally giving you, you know, we're giving you exercises, all the tools mixed in with fun. So in order to do that, we have to have a safe container. If we're outside, like we're outside, but like we don't want people walking around and like putting everything on display. So I think like coming up with the environment and making sure that it feels like ethical and integral within all of us for the group is, you know, that's a big thing that we work on too.
For sure.
Yeah. And then I guess like what?
So we got
positives. I mean, positives is we love it. And like, we love hanging out with the girls that come through and like
such cool people
chatting. Yeah. It feels so easy and so simple that like, that's why we still do it. Cause we're like, this is so fun. And everyone is like just sharing how much it supported them.
And it just feels good. Cause you know, some people really like need, like, again, like I'm a transplant, like I'll say that, you know, and I feel like a lot of the women in the space, like they're not from here. And like, you just see these women come together and like came by themselves, like, you know, and made a friend when they left. And like, oh my God, this was like I really needed this today. And like, even though we're running around like crazy trying to figure out how to get things done and looking for our vision that we want, the biggest thing for me is that like it's the women leaving and saying, I made a friend. Like, you know, like I spoke about my mom passing away. Like I journaled about this. Like I'm happy that there's a space like this. And that's like the biggest positive, like for both of us or for all of us. But it's just like, that makes you know that you're doing your community work. Like, you know, working as a nurse, like you're working and you're literally doing something like that. Yeah. But like to move that out.
It's day and night compared to when you see people in a community and dealing with like more interpersonal, like in the hospital, people are like dealing with physical health, but like your whole mental health and your spirit is a completely different type of reward. And you see somebody light up from that.
Yeah.
I'm also curious, how do you guys go about finding like your themes or your intentions for each meetup?
So we tap into the vibes, like we tap into what we're feeling. And not in like a selfish way, but in a connected like leadership way. Like that is what we're doing, is creating these spaces. So I would say we talk and we're like, okay, what are we feeling? Like what is your soul craving? Are you craving a hike? Are you craving just like a chill,
a pool day? Like,
you're trying to paint some pumpkins.
Oh
so
my God,
we'll start with that. And then and then we start off with like, what do we want? How do we want the women to feel when they leave? And like when they're there, like, do we want this to be like empowering? Do we want this to be like a little bit deeper where we're like really digging in and like releasing trauma? Like, what is it that we want them to feel? And then that's our intention. And then we move with that. We do use a little bit of Chat GPT.
Alfred be helping us. We love Alfred.
Utilize the technology we have
and we
now.
do.
Yes, you need to resist it or be one with it. Let's go.
Don't worry, we love Chat GPT. So then we talk to Chat, and then and then from there we create it. But just definitely tapping into like the collective and like feeling like what's going on in the world, what do people need, what do we need, and how do we want women to feel.
And Alan our like personalities and twists to it all the time too. So
we all have our own like thing, I think, within the group. So like when it comes to like, you know, the mindfulness stuff or like the, you know, the inner work of it all, like I think I kind of take that lead more, and I'm like, okay, Christina, this is what we should do. She's definitely more of like the fun, artistic, creative one. So it's like, what activities do we want to do there?
Doing something fun with your hands.
Yeah.
Usually all the time with me.
I feel like that's such a beautiful mix, because oftentimes people are like, I should be doing something with somebody who's so similar to me, but actually that limits you on the reach that you can have with people and the impact you can make. And I love how you brought up, you're like, we honestly just ask ourselves what we need. Yeah. And that's not selfish at all, because I'm a firm believer. I don't know if you believe in like divine timing or just like source flowing through you. So it's like, if you're going through it, chances are somebody else is going through a very similar circumstance too. We all think that we're in our bubble and that like nobody can relate. But in reality, if you speak your mind and you bring forth what you probably need, other people probably need that too. Totally. And when you are in that breath work or you are in that like creative state, and everyone sees you lit up, that energy flows and it resonates with other people. So I love how you do that. I think more people should be like, what do I need? And how can I also serve other people that are feeling the same thing? I think that's absolutely
the world will be a better
beautiful.
place.
Actually, though.
It will be.
So that's what I'm curious about too, because you guys created kind of like an amazing little community, to say the least. I'm assuming you have some regulars that show up, some people that come up like randomly. What has been some of the most heartwarming moments that you've experienced?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna say like the first event, like the first Women's like International Day. It was just like the journaling, like this, women like just broke in tears. Like I needed this space. Like this has happened. Like it's just like people like being able to be vulnerable, like which is so hard for so many people to be vulnerable, and then at that in a big space, like we're sitting in a circle and we're journaling and we're talking about like what we just did or like how did this make you feel, and like these people are being so like not small. What's the word?
Vulnerable. They're like being vulnerable.
They're being so vulnerable and like it's just, I don't know. It makes my heart like feel like
they're being so raw and real and just like opening themselves. Yeah. Like you're actually seeing,
and I'm like, little
like,
us,
who they
you're
are.
opening up to us. Like, so it's like, so it's just like, it just makes my heart like just like burst like of like joy. It's like, I don't know. That's like my favorite. What about you?
Yeah, I would say same. Our first International Women's Day event, I remember specifically there was one of the girls there and she had mentioned how she has like a wounded relationship with women, and like with the friendship wound, it goes deep and she's never really felt welcome or like safe around women. And I'm getting chills right now. I could get emotional now. And she had mentioned like this day healed that, like was working to heal that for her. Like she saw herself differently around women. She felt safer around women in that day. And I think it's really because it's a testament to the women who come through. And I think like the vibrations we're putting out individually as women are calling that in too. So and again, like we really do want it to be a safe space. So just her being able to say like this got her one step closer to like that higher self version, that dream life that she wants. Like that, I was like, okay. Like I think when we ended that day, we first of all full body lit up chills for sure. I think for all of us.
It was so nice.
And that it was like comments like that were like, okay, we're doing this right. Like we're doing this for a reason. And so that
we got to
was
keep
a big
doing
one for me.
it because the community needs it. And you would think that like LA is like so saturated with so many like communities left and right, but I always go back to our first event, even like the first 3 that we've had. It's like people show up and they still need us. Like they need it, you know? So, I mean, yeah.
And I think that's too, like in LA, to your point, like there are so many events. You could go to so many, we could pull up an event right now and head out for what we want to do, you know? But I think like to anybody who does want to be in this space or who wants to host events or create spaces for women or other people, there's only one of you, and like people could have the same theme, the same idea, and they will not execute it the way that you would. And there are specific people that are like getting that call and feeling that energy. They will show up to your space, and that's how it works, you know? So I think like it could be a very saturated industry. In fact, many people would say that it would,
for sure.
or that it
definitely is saturated.
Yeah, but I think it's all about you and like your unique energy and like, you know, the font that you put into
the flourish.
Yeah, I'm so happy you said that because that's literally where I was going to go with this. I'm just like, yes, there's a bajillion and 10 people trying to do the exact same thing, but there's only one of you, and nobody can do anything the same way that you're going to do it. They can't.
Totally.
So I'm really happy you said that because I'm such a firm believer in that too. And it's just like, once again, you bring a different energy than other people can. And maybe that's why certain people, you could be talking about the same stuff, but they feel safe with you versus somebody else. It's just
for sure
how you vibrate and who you are.
Totally.
What has been one of your favorite themes?
Well, I feel like all of our themes have like an underlacing of like empowerment.
Okay.
So always empowerment. I mean,
I like we did a hot girl healing pool party.
Wait, a what? Oh, a
hot girl healing pool party.
I forgot.
So that was like, you know, like people think like the bad bitches are like freaking like the baddies TV show on Zeus or like Megan Thee Stallion. We brought the baddies like a different type of way, like with the healing and like coming together. So I feel like that was one of my favorite events besides like the first one. It was just like a pool party.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
That is a good one. Yeah, our hot girl pool party was so fun. And like, it was still Meg Thee Stallion baddie, like, okay, let's take some pictures and like look hot, feel hot, do whatever you want to do.
Fuck yes, be proud of who you are and how you look and have fun with it.
So much fun.
And that is healing.
Yeah.
Like being able to like, you know, especially for women, like putting on a bathing suit in summer, like we have people who literally were thinking about not coming. I have a friend who came and she was like, I almost didn't come this morning because I felt so ugly and fat in this bathing suit and I just didn't want to be exposed in it. And she came, she embraced herself, she embraced others, she had a great time and she's happy that she did.
So much fun.
So yeah, it's like making healing fun. Like that, you coming to that event right there, coming to a pool party just to have fun with the girlies, you just did healing work. And did you even know that you did? You know, like it's laced with healing and you're gonna
laced with healing.
It always is, you know, like we're always thinking of experiences that like maybe you won't catch or rewiring your brain, but they are.
And they help us too. They really help us too. Like,
totally.
You just, you know.
I do think that everything's a two-way street. Like what energetically feeds me should also be feeding you, and I'm taking from you and you're taking from me. Like I do think that everything should be an equal exchange. If you're doing one thing that's draining you just to help other people, it's not sustainable.
It's not. It wouldn't be.
No, it's really not. And I do love, once again, too, how I feel like in the mental health world, I've seen a lot of people who think that healing has to be hard. It has to be dramatic. It has to be all tears and screaming and crying. But it can honestly, like, it's supposed to be fun. When did we stop having fun in life? That's my question.
When we became adults.
I think like society is just sometimes trying to strip us of our fun. Like, you know, because I think there's a lot of fear in being authentic and being yourself and having fun. Because if the way you do fun looks different than other people, there's fear around that. And I think it's like very scrutinized and very judged for sure. So I think that's when healing, I think that's when they they said healing couldn't be fun.
When we got freaking like, when we got like Instagram and social media, that's when it stopped becoming fun because like you're comparing yourself to everyone.
But it's also a false comparison too, because the person posting that post has probably worked on it for like hours to curate it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like it's just that's the answer too.
Yeah,
it's that you compare yourself. Totally. Everyone's always comparing themselves to like who they are. Like, oh, okay, I have to look like this in a swimsuit. So then they're embarrassed, you know, and I don't know. I feel like it's social media. I'm going to go back to the 90s when they had
for
no
sure.
phones,
And it's always people. I'm not going to say that people's opinions don't matter, but in real, I don't think they do. But it's a lot of times people's opinions that will get to you. But thankfully, like when you create communities like this in safe spaces where it's like, no matter where you walk in the world, everybody's going to have an opinion, but it's just an opinion. It doesn't have to affect you. And when you realize you can be yourself and there's people that will accept you and embrace you, I feel like that's just a little bit more empowerment, and those voices become stronger than the ones in the background.
Totally.
No, it does. It does. It really does. So.
Oh my gosh. I love that. But that's what I mean. I love how you guys are having fun with it, and it's still like healing, and it's a different realm from what, at least me growing up, everyone's like, go to a therapist and cry your feelings out. But it's like, it doesn't have to be. A release can be any way, shape, or form around anybody, as long as you're just being open and you're allowing it to come out.
Yeah.
Yes. Amen.
Yes.
Amen.
So on that note too, where do you guys want a big picture? And I'm saying you guys are just going with the flow, and I love this, and you're doing what feels right. But like, that's what I mean, biggest dreams, because I'm like, let's speak it into existence. Hopefully people hear this and they want to go to your events and what's up? Let's go.
I feel like Flourish is just like, it could be so huge. Like, I know it can be. I just want maybe Flourish to be able to have a name all throughout California, and then like possibly like other states, like, we can reach people and connect with them, not like in front of them, but like in other places too. So
definitely, who knows? Maybe Flourish can go on like a tour one day and be like, "We're going to Miami.
Oh my God,
let's do an
that'd be so
event
much
here."
fun.
Yeah. Because when you
sure.
have like, that's one of the things such a love-hate relationship with social media, right? Like, you do have the comparison, and nobody feels like they have a break from putting on a mask, but you do have the opportunities to reach so many people.
Yeah,
so it's like, the more your community grows and the more outreach you do have on the internet, the more it's like you reach the other people across the world that you didn't even know you could.
Totally.
So I love that.
Social media.
What about you? What's your big dream for this?
I think similarly, we want it to definitely be in different cities at some point.
Yeah.
I think like all over the world would be like the most delusional, like fun answer. You know what I mean?
Delulu's just a Lulu, to be honest with you.
Delulu is everything.
I expect miracles. What you talking about? Let's
Amen.
go. Yeah.
No, totally, I'm with you. So I think it just being spread around. And then I think like it being sustainable for all parties. I think that's one thing you asked earlier about, like, challenges or anything like that. Like, we want this to be an accessible group for women.
Yeah,
We realize
always.
that it's not everybody has like, $30, $50, $100 to go just
drop.
put towards a fun
Like, no.
thing. So I think like finding a way to continue to make it accessible all over for people would be like a big vision really for it too.
Yeah. And I don't know if this resonates, but especially too, because like, I don't know necessarily your vision, but one thing that I realized works very, very well is donation-based type of like events or studios. I've done like Vipassana, which is all donation-based, and the people that do come that love it so much and have the means, since it is donation-based, they're more willing to give more. And then it also opens the door for people who don't like. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Power Yoga East. It's in Santa Monica. I go every Sunday now, and it's donation-based yoga. Honestly, it's dope. The room is packed, and it's such good vibes, and they seem to be doing decent.
Yeah.
So that might also be something, if it resonates with you, donation-based. I feel like that
it does
offers
I think
people
that's a
to
really
exchange more energy who have more funds, as well as the people to just like come and share who they
With
are.
no pressure. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
No pressure.
Yeah. To your community that you've grown so far, what do you want to tell them? What would you say?
I would say, first things first, you are all so beautiful. That's my first thing that comes to mind. We've gotten to meet so many amazing women through this. Every single one, stunning energy. So you are beautiful. Don't ever forget that. I'm like, which camera can I look at to let them know?
That one right here, baby.
Okay. You're beautiful. Don't ever forget that. And then thank you. Like, thank you for trusting us. It's so easy to like be afraid to go into spaces that are new, and especially when it's in the spiritual wellness community, sometimes it's not the safest place for people. So thank you for trusting us, for trusting, our journeys that we're taking you on through each event. And we hope you come back and keep hanging and keep growing and evolving with us. That's mine.
Okay. All right. I have to back this one up. I would say to our community and like future community of like women that like you're welcomed here, and this is a safe space for you, and that like you can bring your friends and bring whoever, just come as you are, and you're welcome, and you guys are all beautiful, and yeah, I love you guys. Come back and let's hang out.
Oh, I love this so much. This, like, seeing how much it lights you guys up honestly lights me up. And I think you've genuinely created something extremely beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I'm so excited about it.
And for all the listeners too, anybody who wants to join in, reach out to them. I will link the Instagram and ways to reach them below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming on and sharing.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us. We had so much fun.
Oh my gosh, yes. Thank you guys. And thank you guys also for listening. Until next time, I love you.
Okay.
Woo.
Love.
So much fun.
Yes.